Millions of federal employees are being laid off and they're left without any income.
Former IRS employee right here in Houston, he was one of thousands of federal employees abruptly laid off this week.
I can't believe this is happening, and it happened so fast.
He's one of 6,000 plus federal employees who work for the Internal Revenue Service fired this week as part of mass layoffs happening under the Trump administration. The majority of those workers, like Charles, were probationary workers employed for less than a year. His pride and passion taken away.
Excited. I was so excited to learn the job. And it's not like I have no say-so. Like, they just toss you away.
So many of these employees are being laid off at one time that it's overwhelming certain state unemployment systems.
Plan. This was always the plan. This was always the plan. To overwhelm systems that function for the purpose of providing for the citizenry of this country. That was always the purpose. To make the federal sector inept, inadequate, so as to trickle down into state services, into local services, overwhelm them because of the ineptitude and the incapacity of the federal level, and then to slowly point out by those at the federal level that, hey, these states aren't able to handle what they're doing. Maybe we need to look into cutting them too, right? At least 100,000 employees have been terminated across various federal agencies and departments over the last 7 weeks who no longer have income, a reliable source to provide for their children, maybe to provide for their significant other, and tens of thousands of probationary employees have also been let go, and more reductions are expected in the near future.
Leaving them unable to pay their bills and even their rent, leaving these people on the brink of homelessness.
Well, second time in a year, almost a year to the day, I got laid off again, twice in a year. And what is anyone supposed to do? And they said, because of the economy is crap right now. So, we're going to lay off a whole bunch of people again. And I already was struggling so hard, actually low-key, to even keep the current roof over my head. And now I have no idea how I'm even going to get through the next few hours. I just don't understand. I feel like there's a really big plan for them to, tank this so that we have to rely on other things, other people. I'm tired of my livelihood being in other people's hands. And I have no idea how to fix that, but I'm going to, because this is just wild. If you have any tips, tricks, or whatever to help right now and get me through this, greatly appreciated.
In this video, I'm going to share with you a way that you can maintain your bills and even make an extra $5,000 a month, which I found out when I got laid off on my job. And with AI, you may get laid off even from your job because technology is really taking over, and it's good while you have employment to also have a strategy just in case you're facing joblessness. So you can take this moment and make more income than you were when you were working on your job. Now, if you're new to my channel is designed to help you no matter where you are in your credit journey. And I showed you how to leverage your credit to make money. So if you like that kind of information, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and you can pick up this free heart inquiry removal package at my website. The link is in the description below. Now, if you are a person who recently got laid off, there is hope. And what you need to do is maintain your head and your cool. Now, one of the things that you need to maybe examine before you are officially laid off is to look at your finances, especially if you have credit card debt. If you're expected to be laid off, now may be the time while you're still employed to apply for a bank loan and make sure that you consolidate your credit cards, and so you can have one easy monthly payment. This can also help you increase your credit score just in case you need to downsize, if you need to reduce your costs, if your rent is high at this moment in time. So thinking about that and totally not losing your cool, make sure you try to set up a strategy for yourself. And there is a way for you to replace your income, especially if you can get a loan, and that can help you until you get started. When I got laid off from my job, I was in this situation where I needed to make income. I had a wonderful job working for Ford Motor Company. And of course, people know in the auto industry, unionized job, that was excellent pay. But unfortunately, me being a single mom at the time, I could not actually keep the shift I had because my kids was young and I had to go to another state. And so I took the buyout because I really didn't have help in a whole different state and I needed to go back to where I was. Now, one of the things just to keep in mind for everyone, while you're employed, you want to leverage your credit to make investments. One of the things that I did while I had my good job, I made sure that I invested and I did buy two real estate properties. And one of them I started buying when I was at the age of 21. So for me, my cost of living going to live back in one of my units while the rest of the units made income for me was also part of the reason why I had financial security. So you want to make sure, even in these good times for those that still employed, to clean up your credit score and think about investing. So if you leave your job, you won't be out in the cold. With my elite credit system, my user Sean went from a 612 credit score all the way up to a 770 credit score in a matter of 6 months. And now he's at an 803, and he was able to get business credit for his business through my business credit coaching. You can sign up with the link in the description of the video and in the pinned comment section. But you also need to think about, if you do have a solid credit score, maybe now is the time for you to leverage that good credit score to also have business credit. This way that you can have an alternate way to make income and start a side business while you currently are employed. But for those who are unemployed, there is an industry I was able to go into called the field inspection industry. Now, with this industry, this is you working for banks and also insurance companies and other lenders. So this industry is all around you. The house that you live in, you need field inspections. Also, the job that you work at, the insurance company sent out a field inspector. And with these field inspection jobs, you don't need any license. And many of times you can find companies that are willing to train you. And I myself went into the mortgage industry to start to do these inspections for banks. And I did insurance companies. And I also worked with lenders on collateral inspections. So I was able in this industry to make $5,000 a month. And we went on to do property preservation, and I was making well over $100,000 a year. So me being laid off actually let me really get free off my job. I had more time with my kids as a single mother, and I was also able to make my own schedule. Now, with these companies, they are in all 50 states. So many people say, well, are they in my state? Yes, they are in your state. If you are in the United States, you just need to get enough work in, because you will work as an independent contractor, which is great for you because as an independent contractor, this allows you to sign up and get business credit. So you can use that to even grow your business. But the one great thing about field inspections, all you need is your cell phone, a car, and maybe even a measuring wheel and some door hangers. This is a low cost business, and you may want to just focus on one industry. With me, myself, I did all various types of field inspections, but some people like some more than others. Now, I do have a whole list of these companies where you can check out these companies and these websites and sign up on my finance channel. And I will leave some of these videos for these types of inspections that you can check out. But I also have this book covering all 50 states, where in your state there are a number of field inspection companies if you want to, and check that out. But also check out my videos, because there are companies I already list and you can sign up for those. But the field inspection industry was a blessing to me, and I was able to work that and set my own schedule. Now, another way for you to make money is thinking about your current skill set. Many of you guys, if you already have a federal job, they hired you because you have a high skill set. Can you do those things for yourself? For example, if you work for the IRS, maybe independently, you need to work with business owners to help them set up to save money to make sure that they're not missing out on tax breaks. or to make sure that they set up properly so they can get the benefit of their tax breaks. You're a person on the inside, so you know things what the IRS is looking for. So maybe using your high level skill set that you already have, you can be a consultant or start your own business to help business owners or individuals. And if you set up as a LLC or a S corporation, now you would be able to even pay yourself, and you could actually have your own benefit program through that business to replace your health care and your 401k. I actually had that with my business that I was able to set up. And you guys, it's not that expensive. ADP. So this can be a great blessing for you to leverage your own skill set in order to actually create your own income. If that is not an option for you, field inspections is an option, and it has a format that's already laid out. This can be a steady stream of income. So hopefully this information was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comments section. But if you have more detailed questions for me, you can go directly to my website and all your questions go to my cell phone. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned.